Still at Bible Prophecy 2011, part 19, trying to conclude this prophecy before uh, July 31st run out. This third is not 31st, okay? I keep messing up. This July 31st. Tomorrow is the 1st of August, okay? I started creating this chart on the 30th and got through with it today. That's what happened, was I had to create this chart on 30th in order to get it ready for today and put it on YouTube today, which would be the 31st. Okay, we get this straight. Now, but I want to conclude this by showing you where jealousy gets us. That those who became jealous of me didn't consider the thing, the price I paid getting where I am today by hard work and diligence. But they went to a foolish minded marriage where a person thought of themselves and not knowing the category of these people that she was dealing with, she didn't consider these people. All she considered is them telling her, well, you look good. That's what it comes out with. And if she bite on that, they add a little bit more, and then they start talking about her husband, and it's not that's something that she wants to hear anyway, something bad about it. And hearing so, she would do everything they want her to do by waging a war on her husband out of jealousy, creating pitfalls, snap traps for him. And as they go on and set these standards before him, she ended up trying to take his life, but because it was not in their power and not of their will, God, the Father in heaven, did not let it go by. He used me as a vessel of himself. What God did was, he used it as a standard to understanding the hearts of men. Being God he let them win all over the United States of America trying to take my life. And even as this thing started in the 90s, the tail got bigger and bigger and longer and longer. Even though it had no power over me, but God showed me if I stay in his stead and in his standard, that he will protect and guide me through these perilous times. Even some of my children turned it back on me. So his son never considered me as being the father who I said and the teacher who I was teaching. But they sided up with their mother and other people, working with words of the seed. This is the same thing I find it is with the peoples of the earth today. None of them wanted to serve the will of God. Israel, even his chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel. They went against the covenant law which God created, a non-flawless law, a justice system that will not only embrace them but be a blessing to the entire world. My wife didn't consider me being a blessing sent by God unto her in these turbulent times. She looked at me as this thorn in her way, and she beheld on to these men who told her to take my life. So she went out of my life. But she see that I wouldn't fall and I would not die. And the main thing of all, I would not quit. So she kept on doing the thing that she was doing towards me, according to the vocabulary of these men and the things I saw. I dwelt with the bleeding a long time, running here and there. I mean, a long time. Certain food I can't eat even now. That would aggravate this, and I would become with a bowel gland, I guess, of infection until I would have to have some like infection in my bowel, and I would have to go to real salt food, or I would have to go to beer and drink the beer because it's pleasing to the stomach sometimes, but it gives me energy because of the makeup, chemical makeup of this beer. I have to use it as something as a medicine to kill the infectious bacteria in my bowel. I don't care what you say. I know what I have to do to survive. God teaches me, yeah, you got to do. But at the same time, I got to preach the gospel, speak the gospel to God, that God had me do, without being inconvenient. Now, let's go. How the United States assembles this. You know good and well that there is not enough oil in the earth to support all these people on the earth. The truth of the matter is, this earth have become overpopulated while destroying all the habitats of the land which God gave them a charge they must keep and protect the seas of the earth. Keepers of the earth from the foundation when he gave Adam command. But there is a man who is among us, which was caused by the fallen angels bearing the children unto the daughters of man, a person having a low pigment count, namely the white race. They have discarded all of these measures that God set before them and the standards he told them to keep. They have not served my God, your God, and they never have served the will of their God. If we do not become the keepers of the earth which God had created for his own pleasure, then who is there? Where is the blessing coming from to be a part of the habitats of the earth which God created with his heart and which he loved? Well, then got to the point. These things have not been carried out. Earth is without crude oil. The men over the earth care less about. They want the blessing of the earth, but they don't want to become the sacrifice of the earth. They want to stick another man up there in their place to sacrifice for them. The earth is dying because the earth have not reverenced the works and the hand of our God, our Lord Savior Jesus Christ. So now, they're talking about stabilizing the economy. It will not happen because somebody got to die. You have been a selfish man and a selfish person, and you're looking for the hands of God to stabilize your economy, to your law of democracy. God is not going to allow a vile substance be the good of the people. So you got to die. You got to stand before God and you got to be judged. You got to die. Thus said the Lord. Thank you and good